Come one, come all, it is time for the 2017 season to officially begin. My name is Adam Goldstein. I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2017 Quest for the Golden Spittoon. New members and old, it's an exciting time as the boys have hit Florida and Arizona and the bats are swinging. Giggity. And it's time to get ready for this season. The draft is tentatively scheduled for Monday, March 27th at 8 p.m. If that's an issue for anybody, they can let me know personally and we can handle it accordingly. Tonight, I am going to be going over the keeper rules that will be put into effect for this season, as well as divvying up the 4 divisions, the Skull, the Kayak, the Grizz, and the Cope that will make up this year's season, and obviously what everybody is waiting for, 1 through 16, their draft order for this season. First, I'd like to introduce the new Golden Spittoon, named for one of our founding members and somebody we will truly miss, Andre Charbonneau. This trophy will be forever in his memory. It is modest, just like him, and we will remember him forever. And the winner will be able to spit, dip, drink natty ices, do whatever they want out of this cup, not only to proclaim themselves the champion, but to remember Andre, and we'll miss him forever. With that being said, let's dive right into it, and I'm just going to go over a little bit of a quick crash course for the keeper rules for this year coming up. Then we will go into the introduction of each member of the league, get into the divisions, get into the draft order, and get on to baseball. In regards to this season, we will be going in with new fresh rosters. All draft pick trading from last season will stay intact, sorry peas, but this year you will be eligible to select a maximum of 2 members of your roster to take with you into 2018. The keeper rules will be as follows. Every drafted player will retain their drafted value, i.e. first rounders will be kept for a first round value, second rounders a second round value, all the way through the 22nd round. Regardless of whether a player is dropped through the season and you pick him up, he retains that value for a keeper for next season. Also, you obviously must have a draft pick of that same round to keep with him. If you trade your first round pick for Miguel Cabrera, you cannot keep Miguel Cabrera without having a first round pick. Therefore, if you make a trade like that and you don't have the first round pick, you can't keep the player. We will go into more questions and details as the year goes on. Obviously, that's not going to affect this season at the start at this point, but keep in mind when you're selling your team in mid-April that maybe you would want to keep some of those guys and not just piss $125 down the drain. Funny you mentioned that $125, Adam. Thanks, Adam. Well, this year's buy-in is $125 for an even $2,000 up for grabs this season. The division winners and the runner-up and the champion, I will calculate that because I didn't do that before I started and I'm not restarting the video. So I will put that in the league page as soon as I upload this video tonight. So without further ado, because I know everyone's got fiancés and babies and wives and girlfriends and maybe boyfriends to kiss, so let's get on with it. Starting with the Farmers, Matt Sargenti. He will find something to complain about, I'm sure, once this video is over with, but no doubt a threat to win it all. The Pearl Jammers, looking for every Met first baseman. Brendan Stanley, looking for every Met first baseman there is to be had. Tebow's on the market for Big Stan this year with 2 first-rounders. Good for him. MVP Baseball, Adam Costantini, the other guy with 2 first-round picks this season, and we'll get more into that as we go. But he's raring and roaring after a bad 2016. 7 Line Express, Cuse's imaginary friend. We'll see how he does this year. Cuse is calling his team Twigs and Berries. Not a man of the book, but I wouldn't expect that, but Twigs and Berries. Stu Tang Clan, always a threat to win. The 2015 Spittoon champion, looking to reclaim his crown. Myself, the Bamstino. He's a seasoned, grizzled vet, even though he fucks everything up all the time. The 2016 Spittoon champ, the Ninos, looking to rain havoc down and try to go back-to-back. One of the new members of our league, Jeff Meager. He's calling himself Easy G, which is dumb as fuck, but we're going to let him do it. Let's see. We're going to put his medal to the test early and see what he's got. Whatever Emmanuelson wants to call his team, I wrote number 21s. He can call him whatever he wants, whether he's crabbing off the shores of Maine or he's dusting it up with some bit of bads in Myrtle Beach. You know he's going to be checking the waiver wire at 3:45 a.m. The Big Stallion, the Monkey Man, Big Stosh, always a threat to be in the semifinals, looking to claim his second Spittoon trophy. Can he do it this year? We'll see. Relax Laser Show. Last year went with the Yahoo default strategy. Didn't work out great for him. We'll see if this year he's going to incur a new strategy and try to take David Ortiz again. The second new member for this season, Brian Williams, holds one of the worst records in Golden Spittoon history. Whether he was Bronx Bombers or Mia Lova, he hasn't won too many games, but he swears that he's back and now he's ready to go and vault straight to the top. The Red Wave, 2 years into the league, he's been up near the top every year. Unfortunately, though, if you can see here, he has traded his first-round pick to the Pearl Jammers. So once we get his division out of the way, he can turn. And, of course, we got the Linkers, the youngest of the Stanleys and the only man to hold the spitter twice. What a fucking gem, huh? And in early. And last and probably least, Jeff the Sandman Pease. Quick and sleazy. He traded his pick to MVP Baseball. He's got 3 picks in the first 10 rounds, so it's going to be a real long draft night for the Sandman. As I said earlier, the 4 divisions are as follows: the Skull, the Grizz, the Cope, and the Kayak. The only way to guarantee your way into the playoffs is to win your division. So, here we go. You guys have all seen it before. Sponsored by Tide, the Golden Spittoon Tumbler. You hear that? It's opening. No funny business in this tumbler. One by one, all 16 teams are going to be dumped into the tumbler. When they are pulled out, they will be assigned a division one at a time. You hear it shaking. Once they are pulled, I will fold them once across the middle, and they will be put back into the pod for the draft order. So, let me do a little manual shake up here. Got my hand in the old Spittoon cookie jar. Team A1 going in to the Copenhagen division. The Pearl Jammers going in to the Copenhagen division. Team A1 going into the Kayak division. Easy G, Jeff Meager going to the Kayak. Good luck. There's some tough critters that crawl around in the Kayak. Not where you want to be in your first go-around. But there he goes. Kayak. Headed to the Skull Division in Pod C1. The Kayak Division. The Kayak, bitch. The Laser Show. Relax Laser Show. Taking his squad to the Skull Division. Relax Laser. And headed to the Grizz Division. The Grizz Division. Quick and sleazy. The Sandman. Headed to the Grizz Division. He's got his toes in the water, his ass in the sand, and he's got himself in the Grizz Division. Joining the Jammers in the Copenhagen Division. Who will be joining the Jammers in his 2 top 16 picks? The other guy with 2 top 16 picks, MVP Baseball. Oh, Dr. the Cope is looking like the place to be for the Big Boppers early on here in this division sort out. Into the Kayak with Jeff Meager. The Farmers. Oof. We know the Farmers doesn't like newcomers. He's going to be looking to eat Meager's lunch, which will be planted in his fucking soil. Headed to the Skull Division with the Laser Show. The Red Wave, oh, from the Stanley Bunch, headed to the fucking Skull Division where he's meeting his old buddy Laser Show. Red Wave, headed to the Skull. And joining the Sandman in the Grizz Division, joining his AAA bunch, number 21's. Oh, I'll tell you what, Easy's going to love eating up the sand straight out of Pease's feet and beating them a couple times a year, I can tell you that. So, half the teams in the Cope, which is lining up to be the place you do not want to find yourself this year with MVP and the Jammers. Who's joining them? Twigs and Berries. A lot of big-time picks. There's going to be a lot of studs in the Cope. I feel bad for whoever who draws the fourth team in there. They're still tumbling in the Tide. We thank Tide, as always, keeping us clean throughout the season, getting all those dirt and grass stains out. Joining the Kayak Division, 7-Line Express. Another one of Sarge's favorites, the Express. They seem to always find each other. It's written in the stars that the Farmers and the Express are going to be going toe-to-toe all year. Headed to the Skull Division, the Bam Steno. Headed with Laser Show and Red Wave is the Bam Steno himself. The Bam Steno might be calling a shot this year, saying he's going to take home the crown. He could be calling it. And headed to the Grizz Division. I totally forgot the linkers. The Monkeys. The Monkey Man headed to the Grizz Division. So here we go. 4 teams left to be potted into the division. Here's going to be probably the most unlucky guy in the entire league. You thought I forgot about you, didn't I, Linky? The Linkers. He's got an uphill battle in front of him, but there's a reason why he's been in 3 finals and has 2 titles to his name, because he's a freaking battler. And the Linkers is going to be locking horns with Big Brother, with MVP, and with Twigs for the entire 2017 season. Joining the Farmers, Easy G, and 7-Line in the Kayak Division. B-Men. Mialova, Numbnuts, B-Men. That division looks like it's going to be wide open this year for the taking. There could be a little bit of a Cinderella making a run. In the Skull Division, with Laser Show, with the Wave, with the Steno. The Ninos, woo doggy. The Skull is going to be a place to be reckoned with the defending champ Ninos headed to the Skull Division. And the last and not least member of the Grizz Division joining Peas and Manuelson and the Monkeys, it's going to be an all South Windsor 08 Division Stu Tang Clan. So, to recap, the Copenhagen, Brendan Stanley, Adam Costantini, Matt Siracusa, Connor Stanley. The Kayak, Jeff Meager, Matt Sargenti. 7-Line Express, Brian Williams. 7-Line is Craig? His name's Craig. Relax Laser Show, Red Wave, Bam Steno, and the Ninos make out the Skull. And the Grizz is the Cock, Easy E, Big Did, and Stewie. Whew, Nelly. So, the divisions are down. There's only one more thing left to do, is to get all the names back in the pod, and let's figure out who's making their way to the top of the lottery. So to reiterate, all 16 teams are being folded once across the middle and headed back into the tumbler. Well, there will be real shaking. From there, the first team pulled out will pick 16th, 15th, 14th, and so on. And to remember, for Mr. Red Wave and for Mr. Jeff Pease, it's good night the lights. We'll see you at draft night. You don't need to worry about this part, boys. And Peas, you're going to enjoy those. Make sure you turn off the lights when you're done in the draft room, because we're all going to be gone long before you're done, buddy. I hope everybody's as excited for this year as I am. We're going to make this one of the best years we've ever had. The biggest prize pool on the line. I'm sure there's going to be banter. I'm sure there's going to be bullshit, but that's why we impeached Houston and we put me in charge. Because I don't take no guff. Back into the tumbler we go. The spittoon is just waiting for somebody to hawk one in. It's just waiting. Here we go, boys. Everybody's got their own strategy. You hear it, sponsored by Tide. It'll get all the grass stains out. It'll get all the chalk stains out. We thank them as always for sponsoring the 2017 season. Is everybody ready? I said, is everybody ready? All right then. Picking 16th in the first round and 17th in the second round of the 2017 Quest for the Golden Spittoon Draft. 7-Line Express going 16th. That could be Noah Syndergaard territory. That could be Jose Reyes territory. 15th overall in the Quest for the Golden Spittoon Draft. The Farmers. 15th overall. Could be Adam Jones territory. We're shaking up the Tumblini. Who is going to win the lottery? '14th pick. Number 21s. Could be Edwin Encarnacion territory for 21s. We know he loves the Indian Slugger. Picking 13th, right behind Eazy-E. The Great Bamstino. Shit. 13th. Good for me. Good for fucking me. Picking 12th. Picking 12th. Relax, Laser Show. Picking 12th. Gonna be a tough choice between Rick Porcello and Dustin Pedroia at pick 12 for the Laser Show. Picking 11th in the 2017 Quest for the Golden Spittoon Draft. The Monkeys. Picking 11th. Now's where you start to make some hay. We're in the top 10. The top 10. Picking 10th overall in the Quest for the Golden Spittoon Draft. MVP Baseball. Picking 10th. Picking 9th. We're into the single digits here. Picking 9th in the Quest for the Golden Spittoon Draft. The Red Wave, which means that one's going to the Pearl Jammers. The Pearl Jammers is going to own the Red Wave's 9th pick overall. The 8th pick overall goes to the Ninos. The 8th pick overall. Last year was picking number 1. This year is picking number 8. The 7th pick goes to Sandy Feet Peas, which goes to MVP Baseball. Which means MVP holds the 7th and the 10th pick in this year's first round. The 6th pick goes to the Pearl Jammers. That means the Jammers is picking 6th and 9th this year in the first round. Which means we got a top 5 of everybody owning their picks. Good luck. The 5th pick It fell on the ground. There's only one. I promise you. Here it is. Twigs and berries. Picking fifth. Cusa is picking fifth. Top four. Here we go. Picking fourth overall. B-Men. Brian Williams is going to pick fourth. That means if you haven't heard your name, you're in the top three. Whoo, Nelly. Picking third overall. Easy G. Jeff Meager. Getting a big top three pick to introduce himself into the league. That means there's only two guys to go. Picking second overall. Stu Tang Clan, which means the number one overall pick goes to Connor Stanley in the Linkers. Only got about a month to figure. So Linky is officially on the clock. The easy part is over. The draft's a month away, so start developing your strategies. If anybody's got any problems with the draft time or any of the questions, come to me. Any complaints, give them to Syracuse. And Syracuse, if you tell me about them, I'll kick in your saggy nuts. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you on draft night. The commish is signing out.